The Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green, 39! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Detroit!
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 34. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And Gresham's got it over the middle. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
All right, here we go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to Start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third down, that's Lindsey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Rosen now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Rosen dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll run it with Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he puts it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Back to throw here. It's complete to Chris Conley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the hook up with Conley. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chris Conley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
Here we go.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sanders hands it over the middle. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Peterson. A little juke. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Flushed out right. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. He rifles one that's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. Fights off the defender. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
We got three. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this over, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rosen. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Boom!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Hot.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go.
Rosen off the play action. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Detroit! Detroit!
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go play action. It's Rosen. They'll roll him out right. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here's Rosen to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Rosen. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Cards, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on